For months, one name has dominated basketball headlines: Caitlin Clark. Every game, every hard foul, every viral debate seemed to fuel a growing controversy surrounding the WNBA's newest superstar. Fans demanded answers. Commentators argued endlessly. And while much of the basketball world remained divided, some of the biggest names in the NBA started speaking up. Not with scripted public relations statements, not with safe, generic compliments, but with direct praise, public support, and strong opinions about what they were witnessing. Among them, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter in basketball history. And when Curry talks about a player, the basketball world listens. Tonight, we're breaking down why NBA superstars rallied behind Caitlin Clark, what Steph Curry actually said, and why this conversation has become one of the biggest stories in professional basketball.
Oh man, Caitlin she's a beast, man. And they love her. So I'll probably say Caitlin Clark. I love Tyrese, but she's another level in terms of just the love that
Before stepping onto a WNBA court, Caitlin Clark had already become one of the most recognizable athletes in America. Her record-breaking college career transformed women's basketball into must-watch television. Millions tuned in. Arena attendance exploded. Merchandise sales surged. And expectations reached historic levels. But success came with pressure. Every move Clark made became a national conversation. Every hard foul became a viral clip. Every game became a headline. What made this moment different was that NBA players weren't just watching from a distance. They were paying attention. And many of them believed Clark's impact extended far beyond women's basketball.
Caitlin's amazing. Super amazing. She's a great player. Having her be courtside and watching our games is awesome. We see the excitement that she has on the sides, but just like she's doing that, we do the same. Like when they're playing, like it's so much. It's a joy to watch.
Several NBA stars began openly discussing Clark's influence. Players who rarely comment on women's basketball suddenly found themselves talking about one athlete. Why? Because they recognized something familiar. They recognized a player changing the visibility of an entire sport. Tyrese Halliburton praised Clark's ability to handle enormous attention while maintaining her focus. Others spoke about the excitement she generated among fans. Many emphasized that Clark wasn't simply attracting attention. She was attracting new audiences. And that's where the conversation became bigger than basketball. This was no longer about one rookie. It was about the future growth of the WNBA itself.
I think for me, getting to actually spend time around her, be around her, get to know her personally, she's just an amazing person, an amazing player. She deals with a lot. There's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over. And I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league as well.
Then came Steph Curry. Curry has changed basketball more than perhaps any player of his generation. His shooting range transformed how the game is played worldwide. So when he evaluated Caitlin Clark's game, people immediately paid attention. What impressed Curry wasn't only her shooting. It was her complete offensive package. The confidence, the vision, the playmaking, the ability to create excitement every time she touched the ball. Curry acknowledged similarities in shooting mechanics and release speed. But he also highlighted something casual viewers often overlook: Clark's ability to control the entire game, to see plays before they happen, to create opportunities for teammates, to perform under enormous pressure. Coming from Curry, that's elite praise.
Because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. They flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right.
Not everyone viewed the situation the same way. Some analysts argued that Clark was receiving unprecedented attention. Others pointed out that veteran WNBA stars had spent years helping build the league. This created tension. Not necessarily personal conflict, but a clash between established stars and a rapidly changing media landscape. Former NBA players and analysts frequently discussed this dynamic. The argument wasn't about whether Clark was talented. Most agreed she was. The debate centered on how quickly she became the face of a growing league. And that's where emotions intensified, because major change often creates strong reactions.
Hype about Steph and Sabrina. I know that you have spoken about Caitlin Clark. You're a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Oh, yeah.
She, of course, is an excellent shooter. Would you ever do like a Caitlin Trey 3-point contest at All-Star?
Of course I would. I've gotten to talk to her too throughout her college years. We're the only two people that ever led college in points and assists. That's a crazy stat. I'd have to definitely practice a lot more than I have for these previous 3-point competitions. Nah, I'd be ready for sure. I'd do it.
What makes this story important isn't simply Caitlin Clark. It's what her popularity represents. More viewers, more sponsorships, more television exposure, more attention on women's basketball than ever before. When players like Steph Curry acknowledge Clark's impact, they're also acknowledging the growth of the sport itself. And that's why these comments matter. Basketball's biggest stars aren't just complimenting a rookie. They're recognizing a cultural moment. A moment that could reshape the future of the WNBA.
You got to put it in perspective, right? These girls have been grinding to grow the game of basketball in the WNBA. They've been grinding to grow the sport to the world, the viewerships. They've been grinding for all of this. And then you have this girl that comes along from college and is an instant change. She's handed pretty much being the face of the league. There's going to be girls that are offended by that.
Whether you're a Caitlin Clark supporter or a critic, one thing is impossible to ignore. She's become one of the most talked about athletes in basketball. And when legends like Steph Curry publicly praise her game, the conversation only grows louder. The real question isn't whether Caitlin Clark has changed the WNBA. The real question is how much bigger the league can become because of moments like these. And judging by the attention from NBA superstars, fans, and media around the world, we're only seeing the beginning. If you enjoyed this report, subscribe for more WNBA and basketball coverage and let us know in the comments. Has Caitlin Clark already become the most influential player in women's basketball today?
Favorite women's basketball player?
Caitlin Clark.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Paige Buchers?
Well, she's okay. I didn't see her playing the women's NBA.
The basketball world erupted when NBA superstar Stephen Curry publicly praised Caitlin Clark, adding his voice to a growing list of NBA players recognizing her impact on the game. As Clark continues to draw record-breaking crowds, massive TV ratings, and non-stop media attention, Curry highlighted not only her incredible shooting range, but also her court vision, confidence, and overall basketball IQ. His comments fueled an ongoing debate about Clark's influence on the WNBA, with supporters arguing that she is helping elevate the league to new heights while facing intense scrutiny and pressure along the way. With some of basketball's biggest names standing behind her, Caitlin Clark's rise is becoming one of the most significant stories in modern sports.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
What makes Steph Curry's support so significant is that it comes from a player who completely changed the game of basketball through his shooting ability and influence. When Curry compares aspects of Caitlin Clark's game to elite NBA-level skills, it sends a powerful message to fans, analysts, and players across the sport. His praise reinforces the belief that Clark is more than just a popular rookie. She is a generational talent whose impact is being felt far beyond the WNBA. As conversations about her treatment, popularity, and future continue to dominate headlines, endorsements from basketball icons like Curry only strengthen the perception that Clark is becoming one of the most important figures in the sport today. If you enjoyed this report and want more breaking WNBA news, exclusive basketball updates, and in-depth coverage of the biggest stories in sports, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss